Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Newsgram. It's story time, kids. Here we go again. Are you ready to solve a mystery? Why not? Let's have some fun. You know, from time to time here on Newsgram, we like to take a moment and wander down the magical path of childhood wonderments. Today, the path leads from the city to the suburbs, where we find Gracie and her dog Sniggles, who's wearing a very smart top hat. They just moved out of the city, and they're all set to explore their new home in Teressa Hill's The Wildly Whimsical Tales of Gracie and Sniggles, the mystery of the Blue Goo.
In Mystery of the Blue Goo, they have to get to 555 Honeycomb Hive to get little Bumble, a little bee who has accidentally been turned blue and is not accepted by the queen in the hive because he's not the same color as all of the other bees in her hive. So they figure out what the mystery of the Blue Goo is.
That's Teressa, and she has created Gracie, Sniggles, and all the other friends that they make in their new home. There's a crow named Bob, Lucy the pink cat, Ziggy the squirrel, and of course, Bumble the little bee, who has somehow been painted blue by Mr. Finkelstein. They're fun characters, and like all great children's books, this one comes with a message. Gracie and her friends remind us the importance of kindness, acceptance, and friendship.
That's what I'm hoping my book does, is connect with a child to help them navigate the maybe difficult situations or challenges they may face in their futures.
And the main thing is, kids will have fun while they're learning some valuable lessons with these characters as they embark on various adventures. As a parent, you'll not only appreciate the tolerance and compassion that the characters demonstrate, but you'll have fun reading it because it's written in rhyme. It's kind of fun to read.
I think we all have funny voices that we use with babies and with animals. And when I speak to my animals, I kind of talk to them with this rhythm and rhyme. And I've had friends over the years say, God, you've got to do something with that. And I come up with little nicknames and things as such. And I think that that's where it all kind of got started.
To give you an example, here she is reading a segment from one of Gracie and Sniggles' different adventures. This is a Halloween adventure called Boo Hoo, where Halloween has just been canceled. What to do? Sully the snail delivered the mail, and in it was a note from Annie McFanny telling of the bad news. Well, you remember Mr. Finkelstein. He was the guy that inadvertently painted Bumble blue in the previous adventure. Well, it turns out he's a pretty smart guy. So the gang, along with their new friend Boo Montague, a fearful little ghost, set out to find out why Halloween has been canceled.
So they go over to Mr. Finkelstein's house. Gracie pulled the rope that opened the gate, and they all walked in, except Boo, who cautiously drifted behind. Mr. Finkelstein was unaware that they were there. He was busy making something utterly, unbelievably fantastical. Clickety-clack, whippity-womp, tickety-tap, ting! Mr. Finkelstein, we're in a bit of a pickle, Gracie called out. I wish I had a nickel every time somebody was in a pickle. What can I do to help you? Mr. Finkelstein inquired. Like the whiz that Gracie is, she quizzed. Do you know an Annie McFanny? With a smile, he replied, I haven't heard that name since the last harvest moon 13 years ago. Gracie turned to Sniggles and mumbled, 13 years ago. That's a bit of a coinkydink, don't you think? Sniggles nodded. Mr. Finkelstein spotted Boo. Boo Montague, is that you? Why, I know your great-grandfather Stu. Boo grinned. You do? Yes, I do. It's nice to meet you, Boo. Gracie jumped in. This came by snail mail today. She handed Mr. Finkelstein the announcement. He opened it up to read. Gracie asked, How can Annie McFanny cancel Halloween, Mr. Finkelstein? Because she's a witch with a wart who wears a pointed hat and has a black cat. She has a spider who loves apple cider, and she zooms on a broom in front of the moon. For many moons, she was seen every Halloween until 13 years ago, at the last Halloween hullabaloo. That's the last time anyone saw Annie McFanny. This wasn't good because everyone understood that when she flew on her broom in front of the moon, trick or treat would safely resume.
So there you go. You can solve the mystery of the Blue Goo and then head on down to Scaredy Pants Path. It's over there by Fairy's Forest. and then onward to Trick or Treat Trail while you search for Creepy Street. In the wildly whimsical tales of Gracie and Sniggles, Boo Hoo. Confused? You won't be when you see the beautifully illustrated The Wildly Whimsical Tales of Gracie and Sniggles by Teressa Hill.
As an advocate for children and for animals, I do give to charities with my royalties that I receive from my books. 100% of my royalties from The Mystery of the Blue Goo go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Another great reason to add this one to your collection. And that'll do it for this edition of Newsgram from webtalkradio.com.